Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Now, day 13 of U.S. versus Sean Combs. It's Friday, it's the end of week 3, and I'll say right from the top, we're going to have another ebook out about week 3. It's already well underway, but there's still some testimony to go. Yesterday, the victim known as Mia, people have figured out her name, and we're not reporting it even in this format. She testified all on direct about her going to work for Combs Enterprises, her 5 days in a row without sleeping when they first hired her. Sounds kind of like a cult in a way. And then several incidents of sexual assault in the closet of Diddy's place of residence, in various places, jumping on. Apparent drugging with 2 shots of vodka that made her feel totally out of it, and she woke up on a chair many hours later. This is an echo, actually, of the many civil cases we've been covering here for some time. There's case after case, many of them brought by Tony Busby, showing with a stock photograph of a date rape drug that was apparently poured into these things. So this one has legs, and so for that reason, apparently, they've decided to deploy Brian Steele on the cross. He said it'll only be an hour and a half or 2 hours this afternoon. So look for some. We're going to be live tweeting it. You can find it. It's going to be something else. Yesterday, just to finish that up, there was the other witness was Deontay Nash, who was in finer form than usual. First question, Donaldson, how are you, Deontay? Answer, blessed. And he went from there. But he finally did get off the stand, and Mia began. It's. I don't mean to make it. It's something. I think that this is a worse witness for Combs than Cassie in a way, because you're really talking about violent, non-consensual. His defense is going to be, she kept working for me. That's going to be the defense. So we'll just have to see. Now, there are other cases in SDNY. There's even other rap-related, hip-hop-related cases that nobody cares about anymore. Remember Tekashi 6ix9ine? I know he's still out there making music. Well, the guy who carjacked him, famously, is still about to be sentenced for something else. We're going to go by a leaf blower here, and I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry for these other cases for that reason. Now, there's another musician, Jeezy Mula, also known as Deshaun McBean. He's in a murder for hire trial, and his co-defendant is going to be getting a delay in the trial. Will it delay his trial? There's going to be a hearing next week, and we're going to have to cover it, and we will cover it. There's Kay Flock, who is a much more recent case, a drill rapper from the Bronx, who's was convicted at trial with Inner City Press, I believe the only media covering it daily, and it was really something. It had cooperators. It was what I'm calling real RICO. Not to say this other thing is not terrible, but RICO with shot people and drug dealing, and even the new crimes such as unemployment fraud and of the Arizona Department of COVID things. They did it from the Bronx. So there are those cases. Now there's also a UN case that we're covering quite closely. UNRWA, the UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian refugees in the Near East. It's a very long name, and they ended up actually being accused of taking part in the October 7th attacks. Well, so they've been sued, and now they're using taxpayer money to ask for a third bite at the apple. Yes, there will be a third filing by this firm for the UN. Now we, Inner City Press, banned for the UN for reporting exactly as we do from the courthouse. This is the UN can't take it, and they don't have a First Amendment. We've asked them, how is this law firm selected, and how much are they being paid? You'd think they'd answer since it's a public organization. Even New York City has to say how they hire their lawyers. But being the UN, they haven't answered it at all. All they've asked for is more time to argue for immunity here in the SDNY. We will not cease. We've asked to re-enter the UN to ask this question. We're going in.